Today, I want to address something that derails almost everyone at some point, and that is the moment, and it will come, when motivation has completely disappeared. When you're tired, when the results aren't showing up the way you hoped, when the daily practice feels pointless, and you just can't remember why you even started. Well, this is where most people quit, not because they don't care, but because they've been relying on caring, on feeling motivated, on feeling inspired, on feelings, right? To get them to show up. And when their feelings disappear, then the showing up disappears with it. But there is a deeper layer available to us, and it is the most powerful thing I've come across as far as research on habit formation and long-term behavior change. It's our identity. Now, James Clear Atomic Habits, the book that I've been working off of this week on some key points. He makes a distinction that I think is one of, his biggest ideas in the entire book. He says that there are 3 layers to behavior change. So the outermost layer is outcomes, what you want to achieve. The middle layer is our process, like what we do. And then the deepest layer is our identity, who we believe we are. So most people start from the outside and work in, right? They focus on the outcome they want, then they build the processes to get there, and then hope that eventually they'll become the kind of person who achieves that outcome. But Clear argues that the most lasting change starts from the inside and works out. So you start by deciding who you want to be, and then you take actions that are in line with that identity. So let me give you an example. We have 2 people. They're trying to build a daily mindset practice. The first person thinks, I want to be more confident, so I need to do this practice every day. So she's thinking of the outcome. And then if the confidence doesn't show up fast enough, or, when life gets in the way, well, the motivation is going to fade. Now, the second person thinks, I am someone who works on my mindset every single day. That is just who I am. And so she does it, not because she feels like it, not because she saw results right away, but just because it's what someone like her does. Do you see the difference? The first person is trying to achieve something. The second person is being someone. And being that person is far more lasting than just trying to achieve something, because it doesn't depend on results or feelings to sustain it. And here's where it connects back to everything we've talked about on this podcast from the very beginning. The subconscious doesn't know the difference between what is real and what we repeatedly practice. So when we consistently show up as someone who works on our mindset, our subconscious is going to file that away as truth. It'll become our default. It becomes who we are without having to think about it. So the next time motivation disappears, and it will, just like that mirage, I want you to ask yourself, not, do I feel like doing this today, but who am I? Am I someone who shows up for this even when I don't feel like it? And then answer that question by taking action. So tomorrow, We will take some time to wrap up the week because I know it was like chock full of goodness, and we're going to revisit the most powerful takeaways. So please come back.